Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to the channel. Today's tutorial is going to be a crochet stitch tutorial, and I'm going to be using a 6mm crochet hook and some Red Heart worsted weight yarn. The stitch today that we're going to be doing is called Noughts and Crosses. This stitch is a 3-row repeat. Very simple, very quick to work up. It is in multiples of 2 plus 1, unless you are going to be working it from a chain. So a swatch, we're going to do 2 plus 1 plus 3. So in multiples of 2. I'm going to go ahead and chain in multiples of 2 plus the 4. And I will be right back. Okay, so I have chained a total of 22 chains. We are going to skip back to the 6th chain from our hook. Remember, this loop on our hook is not a stitch, it's actually just a loop on our hook for standard crochet. So we're going to go back and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and double crochet into that 6th chain from our hook. Now what that is a chain 1, a double crochet, and a chain 1. So it is like the start of filet crochet. We're going to continue with a chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the next. That is your repeat to the end of the row. Chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next. Can you continue working that until you have reached the end of the row, and I will meet back up with you. Okay, so if you're following along with me at this point, you will have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 double crochets with chain 1s in between each. Okay, so now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn our work. And we're going to work the crosses. This is row 2, which is the beginning of our 3-row repeat. We're going to double crochet into the second, around the second chain 1 space. Then we're going to come back and double crochet around the first chain 1 space. Now we're going to skip to the third chain 1 space and double crochet around it, and come back and double crochet around the second chain 1 space. And that's our repeat. Skip to the 4th chain 1 space and come back and catch the 3rd chain 1 space, double crochet. The 5th chain 1 space and come back and catch the 4th chain 1 space. So we're only skipping ahead 1 chain 1 space at a time. 6th chain 1 space and back to the 5th. Just double crocheting in them. 7th chain 1 space and back to the 6th. 8th chain 1 space, back to the 7th. Now down here, remember our turning chain consisted of chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. We're going to skip over to that last chain 1 space down here, and then back to the one prior. So the chain 1 is worked, and we need to place a double crochet into the following stitch. Now we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and place 2 single crochets into that very first stitch. So here's 1 and 2. And now you're going to work 1 single crochet in every stitch to the end of the row. Make sure and catch each and every single stitch. This is row 3. And make sure and catch the very top of your turning chain for your last stitch. Now we're going to chain 4, which is a double crochet and a chain 1. Turn your work, skip 1 and double crochet into the next, and chain 1, skip 1 and double crochet into the next, and you're going to repeat this to the end of the row. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next. Okay, so our squares should match up, our fillet squares. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 double crochets, just the same as we did on row 1. So then you're going to repeat your crosses. You're going to chain up 3. So row 2 is the beginning of your repeat rows. Chain 1, 2, 3. Turn your work, skip the first, chain 1 space and double crochet into the next. Come back and double crochet into the first, chain 1 space. Skip to the next unworked, chain 1 space and double crochet into it. Then come back and double crochet into the previous one. You're going to work that to the end of the row, placing a double crochet into the top of your turning chain. I'll be right back when I get to the end of the row. All right, coming up here to the last double crochet. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3 into that third chain and double crochet. Now I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and place 2 single crochets into that first stitch. Now I'm going to place 1 single crochet in each of the remaining stitches. So I'm just going to work across, placing 1 single crochet into every stitch, including the top of the turning chain. Once I've reached that point, I will meet back up with you. Okay, I'm at the end of the row. Now I'm going to do the last of your repeating rows. I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that represents our double crochet to start and our chain 1. Turn your work, skip the first stitch and the next stitch, and into the following you're going to place a double crochet. So your first one is already worked with your chain. Skip 1 and double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1 and double crochet into the next, and you're going to repeat that to the end of the row. Once I've reached the end of the row, I'll meet back up with you. Okay, so here we are at the end of the second repeat. So here we had row 1. That was to get us started. And then 2 and 3 and 4. And then we repeated it. 1, 2, and 3. Row repeat. So you're just going to continue that with whatever project you're working on or however you wish to use this. I am using a form of this particular stitch. There's some alterations made to it, but I am incorporating it into another pattern that if it isn't already out when this stitch tutorial comes out, it will be out soon. It also includes another stitch that is called the Empress stitch. I have a tutorial on that, and I will add it in at the end of this video. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. Be blessed, be a blessing, and until next time, bye for now.